Hello, and thank you for tuning in to episode 40 of Clash of Clans Attacks with Galadon, brought to you by the clan Lost Phoenix. Today's episode comes to you at the tail end of our war with Squiggle Clan, and with 2 hours and 25 minutes to go, we are currently ahead 70 stars to 37, so I'm going to go out on a limb and guarantee a win for Lost Phoenix. But let's get down to business. I know while you're all here, you want to see Galadon lose. So here is an attack replay of me attacking Uncle Sam from Public Enemy, a fully maxed out base with a level 11 walls, and I started the attack as usual, successfully pulling out the king and the queen and eradicating them before I start the rest of the attack. And once they're down, I put the golems down to distract the defenses, wall breakers behind them to get those two enclosures open on the left and the right, and they will successfully get both of those walls down. Drop a few wizards here to start taking out the surrounding structures, pretty much standard operating procedure. More wall breakers, and they're going to successfully get through the next wall. Only one more wall to go and we'll be open to the town hall. Here comes the clan castle troops. Bunch of wizards, the last wave of wall breakers, hopefully getting through that last wall, and despite that Tesla there, they get it open. Now we'll just use a lightning on the clan castle troops. Yes, so unfortunately Galadon's internet isn't 100% reliable, and I was disconnected at this point. So the clan castle troops have their way with the rest of my troops. The king and the queen and any remaining troops will never be deployed. But if you look closely, it was pretty much perfectly cleared. That was a straight shot for the king and the queen to get to the town hall enclosure. We had rage spells left, we had freeze spells left. The clock just counts down now at this point. And as if that weren't enough, we lose 20 trophies and then are forced to be on defense immediately. And of course at this level I get attacked right away and lose about 16 more trophies. But life goes on. Nobody wants to hear a whiny champion, so let's move on. Alright, so here is a different type of replay. This is an attack done by Spencer $23 with what could be considered a very inexpensive attacking strategy. He's using almost all archers for this attack, and you'll notice that he started by using lightning spells on 2 of the 3 mortars, and he's actually going to attack on the side where the 3rd mortar is to try to take it out, and I imagine that wizard tower that's next to it there on the east side of the base. Because one of the 2 ultimate enemies for a 195 archer attack would be any sort of splash damage, the other being big bombs. So Spencer starts his attack. He pulls the king and the queen out here and uses a bunch of troops, throws in one witch there to take them out, and he's going to very patiently wait until they're down before he puts down the rest of his troops. And he's going to use his own king and queen here to come after the last mortar and that last wizard tower. So he's got a golem escort here, used a couple of wall breakers to get into that enclosure, and then I don't know why Spence's queen has such a high IQ. Mine would have sat and blasted a wall, but his goes straight to that mortar and takes it out, so now it's pretty much clear for a whole army of archers to come in and clean up. Now you'll notice that inside of the walls of this base there are no gaps for big bombs, so he knew that once he got in it was going to be a clear shot. There was no wiping out 60 or 80 archers with one bomb. And once they get in here, it's just amazing how they overwhelm any structure. He's going to use his last lightning spell on that other wizard tower just to help them get it down. And once it's down, that single target inferno is just useless against a sea of archers. And shortly thereafter, they make quick work of the town hall, getting him his 2nd star. A very impressive 2-star victory on an almost maxed out base. I would not suggest trying this at home. This is an attack that takes a lot of practice and a lot of finesse. Okay, we're going to move along here to another attack. This may be some sort of record, as you'll see towards the end of this attack. This was a base that Metador was lucky enough to find. Killer, who was clanless because he was out trying to get a cheap shield from his clan members. And it looks like he had probably just won a defense, and Metador caught him before he had a chance to log back on. So his clan castle is empty, both of his heroes are sleeping, and Metador will come in and wipe him out. And nothing too unusual about the strategy of this attack. Without heroes or clan castle to deal with, it does make it a lot easier. The interesting part of this attack will come in about 2 minutes here as we go ahead and fast forward it, watch him break his way through, and very quickly get 1 star for the Town Hall, 2nd star for 50%, and now it's starting to look like, well, he's got a lot of health left for both of his king and his queen, and a lot of time left. It looks like this could be a 3-star victory as we continue to watch him just wipe out every structure. The queen and the king both still alive, just about the only units left. Watch the wizard there. Doesn't seem like a big deal. He moves in, gets wiped out by 2 big bombs, kind of overkill there, but that is going to come back to haunt Metador probably for weeks. With about 20 seconds left, his king and his queen basically facing no defensive structures but 1 Tesla there. They're going to go ahead and wipe out those last few remaining structures. Time is counting down. Just about 10 seconds left now. And you'll see that the only structure that's left is that builder's hut. So incredibly close to 100%, but not that big of a deal, right? He must have been attacking for what? Yeah, that's right. This offer was 57 trophies. Probably one of the highest offers ever seen at this trophy level. So with the ridiculous way that Supercell sets up the trophy wins and losses up here, it's not any wonder that Killer was trying for a cheap shield. To lose this many trophies at this cup level is going to take him hours, probably 10, 20, 30 hours to recoup. Not to mention the time and expense of going back to the Apple Store to replace the broken iPad. Just the same, we were rooting for you, Metador. Would have been nice to have seen a 57 trophy victory. Especially painful watching that single builder's hut remain at the end of that attack. Okay, let's squeeze in one more attack replay here. This would be a replay of me attacking Molokini there. This was actually a base that I'd seen many times, but I'd never had a chance to attack. I like to call this base Molokini. Get it? No? Yes? Maybe? Now it's just basically a southern teaser flipped and then left completely open on one end, really encouraging you to come in from that north end there at the top. Now through force of habit or inattention, I actually end up coming at this base on the side where the Inferno is set to multi-target. Much would have preferred coming in on the single target side just to have my witches and wizards live longer, but it doesn't really make a difference here. As you can see, once the king and the queen are down, I will go ahead and start my attack on the right hand side here, putting a couple golems out there to head towards those defensive structures, a couple of wall breakers. I had a couple of hog riders left, so that was convenient. They went in and took out that Tesla. And we're just going to work our way in gradually. The clan castle troops are already coming out. They're going to split up, but most of them are going to head towards that one golem, and they'll bunch up on that golem. We'll go ahead and drop a lightning spell on them, and that's going to take out most of the clan castle troops. The rest of them should get wiped out by those wizards. Went ahead and dropped the king and the queen. At this point, I figured it didn't really matter how far we cleared. We'll just send them in there and try to time the freeze and the rage spells effectively. And it turns out it's not ideal placement on that freeze spell. Didn't catch either one of those wizard towers. But the king is actually going to serve as a meat shield for the queen, and that freeze spell saves him a little bit longer. He takes all of that fire while the queen goes to work on the town hall, and we get 1 star. And then the queen uses her invisibility there to save her from that other Inferno, and she gets the 2nd star, and we have a pretty quick 22 trophy victory. And that is going to wrap up episode 40 of Clash of Clans Attacks. Thanks again for watching and subscribing. Please do let me know about your suggestions for future episodes. I'm open to your ideas. Just send us a message either through Facebook, Twitter, or right here on the YouTube channel. I'm also playing Boom Beach now. What do you guys think? Put a couple Boom Beach videos out there?